Welcome to the video. Let's get this mic going. We've got Greg Doucette. I've been calling him Greg Doucette. Apologies, Greg. Greg is an American YouTuber, and we're going to get into it. This is a video called Sucking Up to Jeff Nippard, where I called out Jeff. And so Greg and said, anyway, let's just get into it. So Greg has done this video about me. Let's do it. It's a response video. Again, no hate to Greg. Just sharing comments and criticisms, a bit of banter. It's all good. We're the same age. Let's get into it. It's just, you know.
He thinks I suck up to Jeff Nippard.
You do, bro. You call him Natty, man. You call him Natty. Greg, with all the knowledge you have, and you say that Nippard is Natty. Come on, bro. That's like, that's sucking up, Brand. You're scared about getting disapproval from Jeffy Nippard, boy. Jeff Nippard. You're scared of getting the disapproval, man. Anyway, so let's go into it.
Of all people, he thinks I'm sucking up to Jeff Nippard.
Because you are.
Coach
Greg Doucette is the IFBB pro who only takes TRT 100 milligram a week. Just 100 milligram a week, and he's an IFBB pro. Yeah. Greg, how many IFBBs have you trained, coached, who are on 100 milligram of test a week only? Come on, bro. There's no way on earth that you are only taking 100 milligram per week of test, prescription, pharma grade, in the last 18 months. That's an absolute nonsense. You're pulling your audience's leg, and I understand your audience is based on teenage boys with no real life experience with anabolics, but bro, come on, be honest.
Today I'm going over a video by Durianrider. He's a bike rider with over 200,000 followers. And for some reason, he knows absolutely nothing about Coach Greg, yet makes videos about me.
That's maybe true. I know that you're taking more than 100 milligram a week, and I don't know, your calories in, calories out doesn't work.
I can't wait to go over and trash his video and tell you all the nonsense he's saying about Coach Greg. It's almost like he studied Coach Greg and said every single thing the opposite of what I actually believe.
He's got a redneck like me.
It's called Greg Doucette. Stop it now! And in the thumbnail, throw a picture of...
Look at this fake natty transformation, and Greg has the nerve to say that Nippard is natty. Come on, Greg. Man up, bro. Tell the truth. Not the half-truth, the full truth.
Coach Greg, it's actually Jeff Nippard.
How do you tell that?
This chick's hot.
Why is your girlfriend in a bikini on a...
Because she can.
...bicycle at the start of the intro about me? And stop it now. Coach Greg, stop wearing actual bike outfits when you race bikes. Start wearing a pink outfit, like... So that's the start of the video. I'm not making this
Give the video a dislike if you want to see Greg in a pink bikini.
shit up.
Natty or not police. I've been doing natty or not videos. I think I was the first natty or not YouTube channel out there. I remember doing natty or nots back in 2010, 2011.
So this guy's been doing natty or not since 2010, and you can tell clearly from his physique that he clearly abuses PDs, right? He looks natural, I would say. I mean, looking at his physique, I would say this guy's natural. But you don't know, you can't tell by looking. You look at Coach Greg, you're like, oh, look at the muscle, he must not be natural. And in this case, you'd be right. Yeah, you'd be right. But when you look at Durianrider, you don't think, oh, he must be on PDs.
This video is about Greg Doucette. No hate to Greg. Me and Greg, same age, both got, attractive fit girlfriends, etc. Both YouTubers, etc.
So apparently Greg Doucette, that's me. I've seen a number of my videos and he thinks my name...
Greg, it is Greg Doucette. I thought I got it wrong.
Name's called Greg Doucette. We're both the same age and we have attractive girlfriends, so he's not hating on me. Well, let's see if that's
I'm not, bro. I'm just sharing honest criticism, honestly.
actually the case.
It's this neck recliner video. We're going to have to pause that. Sounds like a porno ad. Both worked in the fitness industry for a long time. My specialty is in weight loss. So we're on very similar parallels there, me and Greg.
We're the same. Me and Durianrider, basically twins.
Yeah, he's in bike racing. And I've been bike racing for like 24 odd years. He is into anabolics. I am.
And he first started using them in 2014. So 7 years he's been on PDs.
Sort of see some of my older videos. I look a lot different, I've aged differently, my voice is a lot deeper. Some people say to a man, etc.
So since he started steroids, his voice has got a lot deeper because, steroids, that's what it does. It makes your voice really deep.
Also, I had an issue with Greg, and I get why he doesn't tell the full truth. This is my opinion, because he's living in Canada there, and some compounds are illegal. I get it.
I've done videos about abusing Trent bologna sandwiches. I've done videos saying I took everything and anything. I'm not hiding anything. Why would I? And in fact,
Sorry, Greg. I mean, I could be wrong. I guess here's a direct question. Maybe this is why you don't want to live debate me. What have you used in the last 18 months? Has it been just 100 milligrams a test? Or has it been more? That is a good direct question. To end any confusion, what have you taken in the last 18 months? Have you taken more than 100 milligram a week test?
Canada, it's legal to take PDs. It's legal. Not legal to sell them. Do not sell them. And I'm not telling you to take nor sell them. Don't break the law. I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you to do anything. So he's already got that wrong. He's saying I have to lie about what I'm taking to avoid getting in trouble. Not true. I'm allowed to take whatever I want.
I struggle to believe that Greg was a dedicated body. If that's true, Greg, how come everyone says you only take 100 milligram a week? I missed that point. I'm trying to defend you, bro. Don't take it personally. Scream less. Just chill. Have some vegan ice cream, man. I'll save you a tub, bro. I'll save you a tub. This has actually got sugar in it. I know you have the ice cream. You have like a spoonful, and then you have to put it back in the freezer and lock the freezer up, and it's some, zero sugar ice cream or whatever. Like, have a tub of ice cream, man. Enjoy yourself a bit. Live a little, bro. Live a little. Bodybuilder, and all of a sudden overnight, he left natty status and become quite a proliferate anabolic dealer. He's always been on the anabolics.
So he says I've always been on anabolics and...
Well, not since you were a baby, but since you're looking like you were.
No, it's not been always. I only started Tren at the age of 10. Tren since 10. That's what I'm doing.
Tren since 10. That's a good one.
Those 42 shows I did natural. No, he probably didn't do any of those shows natural. Those 14 drug tests I passed in powerlifting, no, probably cheated. Probably just disguised the test. Paid for them, tested.
Because drug tests can't be passed, Greg. Lance Armstrong, the Olympic athletes, anyone?
Multiple times a year. I was...
And sorry, just off topic here. What's on, Greg, what's on your bicep? Did Jeff Nippard give you a hickey on your... What's on the bicep there? What is that? Am I missing something? Is that an injury? Jeff, what is that hickey on your bicep?
Hey, I'm sure Derek from Placer Days, he got it wrong. He did analysis. Retroactive Greg Doucette. Is he a fake natty? I'm sure Derek must have got it wrong, because what would Derek know? I mean, clearly, this guy knows more than Derek. I mean, that's what he's saying. He's saying I was on stairs my whole life.
There's no way that Greg Doucette is natty in this picture. There's no way. Why would you be natty? Yeah? If you're going to put the fake tan on and the solarium and the baby oil and pull your jocks up, the shorts up at the gym and flex like why, and you have your hair perfect every time, why wouldn't you take a little bit of anabolics for the aesthetic? And why wouldn't you? All right. That's like a girl going to, a teenage girl or a 20-year-old girl going to a nightclub, putting all the work in to get her physique tight and right, and she's not going to wear any makeup. Like, what?
That I wasn't actually natural. How could you build muscle natural? You can't, because look at his physique. He's been on PDs for 7 years, and he's not jacked, so he assumes no one else can get jacked. They must be on mega doses. Or durian. It's genetics. Your genetics were, you're going to be fast at bike riding. You're good at cardiovascular endurance. Coach Greg, I'm going to have more fast twitch muscle fibers, and I'm...
That's true, Greg. I bet his calves are bigger than mine. I bet they are. Could I build as much muscle as Greg upper body? 100%. I just have to cut my VO2 max right down and up the dosages. If I took as much as Greg took, would I look the same? No, because I'm taller. I'd have to probably take more to fill out. But I can definitely have an upper body same as Greg. Lower body not, because of genetics. So Greg's sort of half right there.
I'm going to be better at building muscle. It is genetics. You don't like it, use the HRT you're on, travel back in time and pick different parents.
Greg's a social guy. He's like, no. He's the sort of guy who can just talk to people. And if you're like that, you're going to get exposed. For the record, I'm not an HRT. I dabble on and off, but I don't take consistently. anabolics really early on.
I didn't know people that were on steroids. Didn't even know what steroids were when I was a teenager. Didn't know. How?
He was a bodybuilder. I mean, so I'm not sure how when Greg got into bodybuilding, but even I was a teenager, I knew what steroids were.
Why would I? Exposed to them when I was early age. I've been lifting weights since 10. You think my mom and dad said, hey, little Coach Greg, you're going to grow up, be a bodybuilder, take some of this good stuff.
Greg's been training since he was, I'm not sure if he's trolling now. I mean, I troll a bit as well, but I'm not sure if he's trolling now. If he's been training since he was 10 and didn't know what steroids were as a teenager, I mean, teenager, what does a teenager mean? Teenagers mean 19, teenager means 13. So he's been a bit vague here.
No! Was told the opposite! The opposite!
I didn't do antibiotics. I was natty. I was just hard work and egg whites, yeah. It's like, come on, man. It's like...
And since when do I say I built my muscles on egg whites? I am the exact opposite of the typical bodybuilder. I tell you, don't eat chicken, broccoli, and rice. Eat delicious foods that keep you full, that are satisfying. I am the opposite of the typical bodybuilder.
No, you're not. You built your muscle with anabolic steroids, man. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't plug your cookbook. Alright? Let's get serious now, Greg. You built your muscles with anabolic androgenic steroids. And there's nothing wrong with that. Alright? You put in the work, you kept taking your jabs every week, you took your orals, did your cycles. You put in the work, bro. You put in the work, there's no doubt about it. But don't pretend that you're different from other bodybuilders who use anabolics as well, alright? This is how it is. You trained on hardcore anabolic steroids, legit quality stuff, and you got the results to show for it, alright? We're not trying to take away. But don't plug your cookbook, bro. It's not your cookbook. It's your steroid usage, man. Long-term steroid usage. Nothing wrong with that. Just saying it how it is.
The exact opposite. So how can you make this video claiming you think you know what I'm doing?
So that's why I have an issue with Greg, who's claiming he's natty in those photos when he clearly is not.
Outline my cycles from day one. Have it all documented on YouTube. But I claim I'm natural. You watch his video for the first time, you're going to think...
No. I'll get all these kids, Greg, who say, Greg's only on 100 milligram a week a test. Nothing more. His anabolic cookbook is the secret. Greg, do a video... Do a response video. Let's just do the live debate. And I'll ask you straight up, please, Greg, tell us what steroids have you used, what dosages. You have it all written down because you're an organized guy. And that's great. Just tell us exactly what cycles you've done in the last 18 months. You'd know. You'd have it all written down. You are a very experienced long-term anabolic steroid user. And that's great. You're very experienced. You're way more experienced than I am on the topic. And that's where... That's your gift. You have experiences, you know. You have experiences in pharmacology of steroid usage. Share us. Do a video. My cycles, dear durianrider. This is my cycles last 18 months. Do the video, dear durianrider.
Oh, that Coach Greg's a liar. Says he's natural. Where does it say?
I never said you're natty. I said you don't tell us exactly what you take. Big difference.
I'm natural. Where?
Anyone who's used anabolics, like pharma-grade anabolics, I'm not talking fake crap. I'm talking the real deal prescription-grade stuff.
I never used pharma-grade testosterone until I was given my first prescription. Used underground stuff from day one. Later on, I got a prescription from my doctor. The underground stuff, it worked. You kidding? I got a pro card. You see how I looked in 2012? Earned my pro card and after? Compared to when I was natural?
Come off it, Greg. Come off it, man. You're trying to say you're natty on the left? Now you're getting me triggered, my little vegan ice cream here. Natty on the left, enhanced on the right. Bro, you're enhanced in both pics. On the right, you started using maybe a bit of insulin, a bit of GH, and you up the dose. You're not natty in the left, bro. You are not natty in the left. My definition of natty is no pharmaceutical drugs, all right? Excluding aspirin, all right? There's no way you're natty in the left. You are enhanced, bro. You've taken enhancements. You've taken, in the left, androgenic and anabolic steroids. You're taking a bit of diuretics. You are, bro. You are.
I've shown the before and afters. I've shown them multiple times. Said, look at here. Here I'm natural. Here I'm enhanced. See the difference? That was from underground stuff. So he has no idea what he's talking about. Oh, if you use underground stuff, you don't really notice. But, oh, when you use that real stuff, oh, my goodness, your brain changes. Unless you're getting underground fake stuff. If it's underground and real, it's going to...
If you bought it from Dave Palumbo, It might be fake.
Work.
Man, look at more dates, more plates. He's going viral. Dude's going viral just talking about it, you know?
So he's
That's the deal.
for dates gone viral because he's speaking the truth. And I'm not, and I never went viral.
You're speaking half-truth, Greg. You said that Tristan League's natty, bro. You said that Jeff Nippard's natty. Most of your audience think it's just calories in, calories out. And they think the anabolic cookbook's going to give them a body like yours. Unless they're taking as much anabolic steroids as you have, training hard on it, consistently for year in, year out, they're never going to look like you, Greg. Ever.
Oh, just plays for dates, but Coach Greg, he lies about what he takes, and plays for dates, he's honest. Coach Greg has outlined more cycles he's taken than Derek. Literally I have. I'm not bragging, I'm saying I'm not dishonest. Is there one thing we've not learned from Coach Greg in the last year? That he's honest, that he has it.
Okay, I'll put my hand up, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Greg, link me on my video, on this video. Greg, link me down below the videos where you detail what your cycles are. All right? The latest ones. Let us know. You know, I'll put my hand up. I'm not going to say here and say, hey, I'll be honest, man. If I made a mistake, sorry, but I want you to prove what you're saying, and that you've made videos about it. I can't see them.
Integrity? What are you talking about, durianrider? And so he says, Coach Greg, he has these mouse meals, these little tiny meals.
I'm going to put that on my phone as my messenger. What are you talking about, durianrider? That's good.
I don't know how he survives on so little food. Has he not watched what I actually eat? Have you not watched how much I eat? I eat more than almost anyone. Are you kidding me?
What is that? That's like a rabbit food. There's a rabbit and a bit of, what's it here? Chicken. 400 calories. Only 35 grams carbs. What is that? Chicken wrap. What's a sloppy Greg? Is it the same thing or what? That's 400 calories? How calories in this tub of ice cream I'm going to be eating? Per serve is 10 packs. 800 calories. I'm going to finish this before this video is even uploaded.
No, Coach Greg, he just starves himself all the time. I exactly promote the opposite of this. The exact opposite. Huge mouth.
Hang, whoa. Is that sugar-free ketchup?
Are you kidding me? Yo, Coach Greg, he just starves himself.
That looks like sugar-free ketchup, bro. Sugar-free ketchup.
All the time. I exactly promote the opposite of this. The exact opposite. Huge, massive portions that keep you full.
Massive portions that keep you full, but are low in calories. He's eating a 400 calorie little snack there. I mean, how many? I saw 800 calories there, did I?
That are low in calories because it's
low in calories. Low in calories. Starve yourself.
Calories in, calories out.
See, Greg, calories in, but it's not working for your girlfriend. Now, I'm not being rude here. Maybe she's training for bulk, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with girls who want to look like powerlifters. Nothing wrong with it at all. I specialize in weight loss. My girlfriends, if they come to be fat, they get thin. If they come to be thin, they stay thin. I specialize in weight loss. Calories in, calories out. Absolute joke. Why is that? Because it leads people to binging on fatty crap. And the fat you eat is the fat you wear. Macros matter. Calories, not so much. Calories, when I say calories don't matter, it's they don't matter as a primary. Your macros matter. If you're eating, too much fat, you just got stored as fat. Any fat, actually, any fat you're eating, you're getting stored as fat. So unless you really burn that fat off, it's just getting stored as fat. Now, with carbohydrates, excess carbs, you pee them out. Excess carbs, you piss them out. Or you get hot and you burn it via dietary thermogenesis. Excess protein, you store as fat. Or your kidneys have to flush it out. But fat, excess fat, eat 10 grams of fat, it's stored as fat. So macros matter, calories don't. You eat 3,000 calories a day of fat, you're going to store a lot more fat end of the week than if you had 3,000 calories a day of carbohydrate, a little bit of protein, maybe 20, 30 grams a day, and 10, 20 grams of fat a day. You know what I mean? You're going to look totally different in months and years' time. Smell, perform, think a lot different. Let's say we don't even know how many calories you burn in a day. How do you calculate that accurately? Nobody can. Nobody can tell you exactly how many calories a day you burn. No one can tell you exactly how many calories a day you digested, you absorbed. No one can tell you that. Now, if you're eating oil, refined sugar, and refined protein powder, then we can estimate calories pretty well. But if you're eating whole foods, the calories is very variable, right? Processed food is pretty accurate. This is processed food. We know the sugars, we know the glucose syrup, maltodextrin, raw cane sugar. We can calculate the calories pretty. There's a little tiny little bit of sunflower oil in here, so we can calculate calories really easy because it's refined. It's pretty consistent. But if I get an apple off a tree, God knows how many calories in that. It could be more, it could be less. Depends on the sugar content, and it's how much calories is in your food. You don't really know unless it's all refined food. Then it's easier to track that. Even then, how many calories a day do you really need? How do you access your basal metabolic rate? Is it really that accurate? It's ballpark. Put your daily the macros or whatever into 10 different apps, and they'll give you 10 different readouts. And 200 calories a day can be different. That's 1,400 calories a week. That's like what's that? 5,600 calories a month difference. And that's like 50,000 calories a year different over 10 years. That's like 10 kilos of fat gain or loss or whatever. So you can't micro assess it like that. I tell people, eat as much as you want. If the food looks good, eat it and make sure it's low in fat. Ideally, make sure it's vegan. If it's vegan and it's low in fat and high in carbohydrate, you can never ever be fat. You'll just pee out the excess carbohydrate over time. Now, if you've done any calories in, calories out, metabolic rebound trigger stuff, then yeah, you gain a bit of weight to start with. But again, it doesn't matter what you eat. If you've done Greg Doucette calorie in, calorie out, you're going to be gaining weight because your thyroid is damaged. Actually, it's not damaged. It's just in hypothyroid zone. Just like if you take a gram a week of test, you grow. Doesn't matter how many calories. You could do 1,000 calories a day and take a gram a week of test. You're going to grow. You're going to grow. I could go down to 1,000 calories a day and do a gram a week of test. I'm going to grow. All right. Hormones determine it. So, everyone thinking, I can just eat whatever I want. Calories matter. Man, you're missing the whole point. You're missing the whole point. You're missing the health point. You're missing the metabolic point. You're missing the thyroid point. Your hormonal point. Fat is stored as fat. Excess carbs, you pee them out. I'm leaner than Greg. My girlfriends are always leaner than Greg's girls. All right. Now, it's not to me be mean or nasty or arrogant. That's just the fact. Greg's more muscular than me. His girlfriend's more muscular than any of my girls. All right. If you want muscles, Greg's your man. I'm not. All right. If you want to learn anabolic cycles, Greg's your man. I'm not. If you want to get lean, I'm your man. Greg isn't. Greg's going to sell you a starvation program with zero sugar ketchup and this zero sugar. Who wants to do that? Greg Doucette's plan, Doucette, you go to the freezer, you have a teaspoon of, and Tasha's just pulled this out. This is full sugar soda here. Greg Doucette, you can't have this. You got to have diet soda. You got to have artificial aspartame crap because of the calories. You got to get your macros. So, this is all bit of humor here. Best intentions to Greg. No hate for Greg at all. I'm glad he's out. I'm glad we had this discussion. It opens it up. Let's keep going. Bit of a ramble there. Thanks for listening, by the way.
From my assumption, he claimed he only uses 140 milligram of test tip a week. I've used that amount, and it's like...
So he's saying I use 140 milligrams of test a week. Where has he been in 2021? Has he not remembered about my tricep tendinopathy, the doctor visits I've gone, the fact I went off HRT, which was 140 milligrams, took nothing for 7 weeks, and that now I've been on HRT at 100 milligrams for the past month, and I have another blood requisition form to go and see where my test levels are to see if they need to up the dose.
So now he claims he's totally off steroids for 7 weeks. Well, actually, he's off test. Did he add in some Primo? Did he add in some... I'm going to say Greg loves his... I see Primo muscle. I'm seeing Anavar. I'm seeing Oxandrolone. Same thing, muscle. That's what I'm seeing. For me, Greg is a test, Primo, a bit of D-bol, maybe a bit of Synthol, a bit of GH, 1 or 2 units a day. That's my pick for Greg.
That is what I've been on. Why would I freaking lie? I mean, it's gotten ridiculous.
Because you lie because you're scared of these little teenage kids that flood my videos after you make a video about me. Oh, Greg, you're just a steroid. The word TRT, oh, I'm on TRT. Oh, he's just on TRT. He's open about it. It's okay. That's accepted now in 2021. So, Greg, for some reason, you don't want to say, hey, I'm doing this because maybe you think, well, I don't look big enough for the dosages I'm taking. And that's fair enough. Some people, they'll critique you. Oh, you're using 500 milligram a week. Oh, you're not even that big. You're scared of criticism, Greg, and that's fine. That's why often people get into steroids, because someone said, "Hey, you look skinny, you look this, you look that." So people are like, "I'm gonna train." I get it, you know. Most bodybuilders I've ever met who use anabolics, you know, most bodybuilders won't even tell you using anabolics. That's how insecure they are. They have huge, can be huge, muscle, angry-looking man, and they say, "I'd use steroids." "No, I don't use steroids, man. But thanks for the compliment." They get so insecure, you know what I mean? So I understand that, man. 99% of bodybuilders, no, 99% of steroid users will take that to the grave. So I appreciate you, Greg, for being transparent and say, "Hey, I use steroids," all right? Where I'm confused, I'm not confused, I understand why you don't fully diverge exactly what you're doing, you know, because you're still scared, you know, scared, is that the right word? You're not wanting these teenage rabid kids to leave all these comments on your videos saying, "Oh, you use this," you know, they want to believe in the fake natty world. So you give them a half natty truth, they accept you. If you did everything what you did, put out there, pinning stuff and you'd lose the audience. You get respect from people like me, but you'd lose those 14-year-old virgin teenagers who, "Durianrider, you're a clown." You'd lose that audience, and I get it. You want to make money off them, so I get it.
Listen. I've shown my blood work 3 times, and Derek, who he respects, you can tell, yet again has done his analysis. How does he not know about this? Durianrider. Do some research. What are you turning into Dave Palumbo? Oh, I'm just going to talk out of my ass and say whatever and not research the truth.
Especially for someone like Greg, who's had used a lot of compounds over the years. So I call BS that Greg is just using the THC amount. But
so he's calling BS on it because I used more in the past. I also was 232 pounds in the past. I'm 190 now. Yeah, I still got some biceps. They're still there. They're smaller. I'm way smaller. I weigh less right now, and I'm in my off-season 9%, whatever I am, than I was dehydrated on stage as a professional bodybuilder.
I get that, and I appreciate that, you know. I appreciate that you're less, you're still very, very extremely muscular. I appreciate that you're 20 or 40 pounds less. I appreciate that. I just don't see 100 milligram week, bro. I don't believe it. And none of my contacts also believe it.
Does that put it into perspective? I'm smaller now in my off season than I was shredded, dehydrated on stage. That's because my dose is lower. It's 100 milligrams. If I was on 1,000...
Bro, I could give 100 milligrams. I've given 100 milligrams to girls, man. All right? There's no way you're on 100 milligrams of test only, man. There's no way.
Milligrams, plus on tread, a whole thing. Yeah, I'd be a lot bigger. But I'm only on 100 milligrams. That's why I'm small for me. It's huge for you, I get it. But I have better genetics. You have better genetics to race a bike. I have better genetics to bench press. That's just how it works.
That's a fair call, and that's true. But, bro, you're taking more than 100 milligram a week. You just are. You know it, I know it. Experienced eyes know it. Realize.
So I don't get how can he have that 3D muscle tier look on rations.
Well, I guess the answer is because I'm not actually on rations, as you're saying. I'm not...
Bro, your ketchup doesn't have sugar in it, man. And you're locking yourself away from your freezer. You're on rations, man.
Not starving myself, as you're suggesting.
Plus the cardio's doing. When your VO2 max goes up, your muscle mass just shreds off.
So he's saying as your VO2 max goes up, you're going to lose some muscle. Have I said that I haven't lost any muscle? I've lost muscle. I have. I'm smaller.
Yeah, because you're not taking 2 grams a week. We get that. You're not in the Boston Lloyd 3C a week club no more. We get that, you know. But you're taking way more than 100 a week, man.
He's like, you shrink right up. Well, yeah, you shrink some, but you don't turn into a toothpick. I'm still lifting weights. I still have good genetics. I don't think he understands this that much. I just don't get it.
Who wants to see a Coach Greg Durianrider reality TV show? Put your hand up.
He just shreds off. I'm on a goal right now to try and hit 85 kg. I'm at 74 kilos at the moment. And for me to do that, I have to cut back the VO2 max. It just shrinks your arms. Your arms just...
And for those of you who don't understand, your VO2 max is how much oxygen can your muscles actually use, can process to put out that effort, to put out the watts on the bike. When your VO2 max goes up from training harder than last time, you're able to push out more watts for longer. So I did half truth because I said Jeff Cavalier is natty and Jeff Nippard's natty. Yet in about 10 videos, I've joked about how Jeff Cavalier is the only guy that, other than Mike O'Hearn, that keeps getting better with age.
You can't give a heart.
Okay. That wasn't openly saying that you think Greg's Jeff's fake natty, but I don't know. Okay, maybe he's scared of Jeff Cavalier lawyer time. Okay, I get it.
Truth. But when you see audience looking for truth, health, fitness, natty or not status, come on.
So he's saying I give the audience half truths, yet I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I'm the most truthful person on the internet.
No, you're not, Greg. No, you're not. I'd say I am. When it comes to internet videos.
The most! Telling you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Calling out the BS. Don't care if it's drama. I do it. I give you what I know. I give you what I think.
People will say...
And we appreciate it about you, Greg. And I'm just here to be big brother saying I'm here to push you in the right direction. Keep doing what you're doing.
I hope you pronounce that name right. Just say it.
Just say it, though. Step up. Step up that transparency.
Unfollows you, whatever.
He literally thinks I'm sucking up to Jeff Nippard. Has he watched a single video of mine? He thinks I suck up to Jeff Nippard. Of all people...
I watched a video of you talking about Jeff Nippard saying he's natty. How is that not sucking up?
He thinks I'm sucking up to Jeff Nippard.
I don't understand why Greg talks about his calories in, calories out. It's macros matters, not calories, man.
You cannot break the laws of thermodynamics. You can't.
What? That's true. But if I take a gram a week of test and eat the same amount of calories I'm eating now, I'm going to grow. Where's the extra size coming from, man? It doesn't come from calories. It comes from hormones. So this whole thermodynamics doesn't apply to humans. Hormones apply. Thermodynamics is more physics, right? Matter and atoms, and I mean they apply to humans. But thermodynamics is like it's not. It's more because of the context here. You're talking hormones here.
He's suggesting it's macros that matter. As long as you get the right ratios, percentages of carbs and the fats and protein, you can eat whichever you want. It's the percentages that matter. The macros. Not the calories in, calories.
Not the percent, it's the grams.
Out. Can I just end it here? I mean, really, ending it here. Like,
let's do a live debate, Greg. Let's deep dive into it. If you want to see a live debate, me and Greg, thumbs up.
You're buried right here. You make no sense.
Because, you go 500 grams of carbs a day and to perform quite well.
I eat 500 grams of carbs a day. What are you talking about? Literally, I'm eating 500 grams of carbs a day. I eat that much carbs. What is he going on about?
How about, I just saw sugar-free ketchup and a meal of 35 grams of carbs. So, I don't know. You should do a full day of eating, Greg. Maybe you already have. Link me down below.
Macros matter. Calories don't. Calories is like right down the line. I mean, obviously, you want to have 2 calories a day, but...
Just because I promote my own cookbook and I don't like keto doesn't mean it doesn't actually work. If you're in a deficit, you're going to lose weight. No matter how you get there.
He said keto doesn't work, or it does what? Keto's crap, man.
You're losing weight.
Calories and calories.
Losing weight for how long? To rebound it back on? I don't know about you, but my goal isn't to rebound and feel like crap. My goal is to stay lean, stay fit, stay muscular. It's not to blow out and feel like crap.
Yeah, put the fork down. Greg, you're doing yourself a disservice by promoting that crap. You're doing the audience a disservice because you're already using creating eating disorders.
I'm creating eating disorders by telling people to put the fork down and stop binge eating.
Low fat's where it's at. Been vegan for 20 years now. 20 years, April 2001. So definitely, it helps you stay lean, low body fat.
Or you're a bike racer. You do a shit ton of cardio. Meaning you're burning off a lot of calories, which allows you to be in a deficit because you burn off a lot of calories. So you can eat whatever you want because you...
That's not true, Greg. I've finished this whole tub of ice cream. That's not true because if you look at how many bike racers out there have eating disorders, because they do the whole calories in, calories out thing. And then the metabolism, the thyroid goes up. Lick the lid. The thyroid goes up. They get hypothyroidism. You know what I mean? So I'm one of the leanest cyclists out there who does the least miles because I don't subscribe to calories in, calories out. I subscribe to macros matter, and you should never, ever be hungry. All right? Never be hungry. I always have some carbs. Whatever I can get. If it's vegan, hopefully low fat, I'll put it in my mouth and chew it down. All right? So that's the secret right there. It's not because I do a shit ton of cardio. I mean, it's like if I stop doing cardio, I'm still going to be lean because I eat a low-fat diet, right? And I eat as much as I want every meal. That's the secret there, people. You always have to eat as much as you want. If you walk past and you see a table full of pizza, you need to eat it. If that smells good and you're like, oh, pizza, you need to eat it. And you need to make sure that pizza is low-fat because otherwise every gram of fat of that pizza you're eating, you're storing that. So when I have pizza, I'm going for low-fat pizza, all right, ideally. All right? If I walk past and say ice cream, oh, ice cream, I need some ice cream. I'm going to ice cream, but I'm going to make sure it's low-fat stuff. I ain't going to be doing the Ben & Jerry's. Even the vegan Ben & Jerry's is very fatty. This stuff, I'm going lean. You know, if I want to have, you know, some donuts, donuts are always fatty, but have them occasionally. But, you know, otherwise I just go for always low-fat options. Better for your heart health as well, for sure.
Burn it all off. Oh, it's because I'm a vegan. No, it's
Vegan definitely helps.
because you do a lot of cardio, which
No, it's not, Greg. What does a lot of cardio even mean? All my training the last 12 years up on Strava, I train very little compared to other guys, my body fat level and my fitness level. You know, because I don't eat as much fat as they do. I don't have to do junk miles.
which is great, amazing, good for you. But don't lie to people and say, the reason I'm lean is because I'm vegan. No, you can't just go vegan.
The main reason I am lean is because I do eat low fat, and being vegan definitely helps. But you could be an out of shape vegan, just a lot of olive oil, a lot of healthy fats. If you eat a lot of healthy fat, you'll have a lot of healthy fat in your butt, gut, and thighs.
Vegan and lose weight. If you're vegan and you're eating in a surplus, you're going to get...
No, you're not, Greg. Surplus purplus. If you're eating surplus fat, yes. Surplus carbs, you pee out. Calories are not created equal. The fat you eat is the fat you wear. The carbs you eat is what feeds your 30 trillion cells. Excess carbohydrates, you pee them out, your urine smells sweet, and or you burn off via dietary thermogenesis. The body does not want to get fat. It's bad for the joints. But if you keep shoving fat down your gob, you're going to store that fat. Excess protein. Protein's pretty hard to get in nature. Fat's pretty hard to get in nature. Carbs very, very easy. You got grains and sugars and fruits. Very easy to get in nature. You don't have to chase a mango. You don't have to chase some rice and grains. They're just sitting there waiting to be eaten by us.
Fat!
I get it that you can't talk exactly in detail what you're using because of certain laws. I get that, but just...
You're wrong. I can talk exactly in detail to what I'm using.
Okay, but then do that. If you have done that, link it down below. I'll be the first person to be stand corrected. I'm not here to win every point, but you know, if you feel I'm inaccurate, then link it down below. I'll pin it.
And it's 100 milligrams of test a week. And I've also been using peptides into the tricep tendon, which I purchased online, and it's not illegal. There's nothing I'm doing that's illegal. There's nothing I'm doing that I can't tell you about.
Then tell us the truth, Greg. Tell us the truth, Greg. Coach Greg, tell us the truth.
Since when have I been secretive about this? Like, it makes no sense.
Don't say you're on
It makes dollars, though.
140 a week, even if that's what you are saying.
How ironic is it that he doesn't believe I'm on 140 milligrams and that I'm actually even on a lower dose at 100? Must be frustrating for him to watch this video. But I guess when he got what he wanted, he wanted to make a video where he called me out and I couldn't resist. This was just too freaking easy.
Natty Not Police, Greg Doucette, half-truth in it right now. We want the full truth, Greg.
Coach Greg, the half-truther, telling you half of what you need to hear and not half of what you want to hear.
Next time on Coach Greg.
So he says I got busted with $250,000 worth of steroids in my house. Not true. Was it worth lying to your fans to get 800 views? You lied, not us, to get 802 views.
Greggy boy triggered. Let's have a look. I thought you got busted, Greg. Now I don't want to put out false information, right? And if I am wrong, I'll be the first person to apologize. Because there's nothing worse than people out there who talk bullshit about someone just to get clout or whatever. So if I am wrong about that, I'll make an apology video. Greg Doucette, drug bust. I said $250,000. Did I say $250,000? Okay, so we got, this is the cycling magazine, Greg Doucette, right? So now, if I'm assuming this isn't fake news, but if this is fake news, Greg, let me know. I'll be the first person to make a video. So we've got Greg Doucette ran afoul of anti-doping regulations. Who cares about that? So Greg made headlines in 2012 when he was charged with smuggling illegal steroids into Canada, and he be banned for 8 years as of. Oh, why would they be banning Greg for 8 years? This is dumb. This is where I'm on Greg's side here. So officials found $250,000 of performance-enhancing drugs and seized $23,000 in cash. In case. So Greg paid a $52,000 fine. All right. So that's what I'm saying, Greg. If this is wrong, let me know. I'll make a video amending that. So he got an 8-year ban, which I think is stupid. Like, why would he even? He shouldn't. Greg's not going to be like, if Greg wins the race, is he taking prize money? Who cares? Who cares if Greg uses steroids or whatever to win a bike race? Like, who cares? I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't care. I don't care. But that's what it says, Greg. It says that you got busted with all these steroids, and in your video, go back here. What did you just say at the end? What did you just say at the end, Greg? You said something. Maybe it's my ADD. Maybe I did. Maybe it's the gram a week of tests blocking up my brain cells. Maybe it's the vegan diet. But I'm pretty sure you just got angry. Then let's have a listen. There's a lot of adverts in this one. That's fair enough. But that's the deal there. So yeah, Greg Doucette, not hating, just saying. That's the deal. I don't think you're on. I know in my deepest heart that you're not.
But I guess when he got what he wanted, he wanted to make a video where he called.
You're not. You're more than 100, bro. You're more than on the Hunsky. You're taking more than a Hunsky, bro.
Greg Doucette, half truth on it right now. We want the full truth, Greg.
Coach Greg, the half-truther, telling you half of what you need to hear and not half of what you want to hear.
Next time on Coach Greg.
So he says I got busted with $250,000 worth of steroids in my house. Not true.
Well, cycling, we just saw that and they said it's true. Again, it could be wrong. It could be wrong. That's why I want to do a live debate with Greg, all right? I want to do a live debate with you. Any rumors, let's clear them up. You can ask me the same questions or whatever. Let's clear the slate. Let's be besties. Let's be BFFs. Let's do a reality TV show. You know what I mean? I'll get you super fit. You get me super swole. I can go viral. What do you say? What do you say, mate? Anyway, signing off from here down Australia. Fair dinkum, cobby Ozza, mate. We'll see you out there. Stay natty.